Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
So, I'm sorry, but I've done the wine club and I've done the cocktail club. So, excuse me. But I am now back with the amazing Kevin Stea and even more amazing Giuseppe Fusca, who is live and direct on a boat in TROPEA.
Isn't my boat fabulous?
Right, so let me just rewind that. So Kevin is live and direct from Los Angeles. Thank you very much. And Giuseppe is live and direct from the middle of the sea. Now, I think that's quite cool, actually. What do we think?
That's amazing. So if we see you tilting back and forth, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah, no, actually, that's great. Okay, so actually, picture this in your mind, that we're all on the boat. So when I'm swaying from the wine, we can go, it's okay, they were on a boat.
Che bella sera.
I can't get Giuseppe, get your mic on. Right, so first of all,
Giuseppe,
actually...
tu parla un po', Giuseppe, ci senti?
No, non ci senti. Metti il microfono, Giuseppe.
Accendilo.
Accendilo. Accendi.
Ok?
Oh,
Perfetto,
ciao.
ci sei.
Perfetto.
Mi piace sentire la tua voce.
So, Giuseppe, cosa facciamo stasera?
Allora, facciamo della carne con marinata e scottata, una cottura giapponese, un tataki, con della cipolla sia in agrodolce sia marinata a umido con 3 salse diverse, quindi una salsa di mostarda, una salsa alla liquirizia e una salsa alle alici.
Okay,
Wow.
so translate that. So
Wow.
I think I know what that is, but I'm going to
Yeah.
leave that to Paolo to actually translate.
Yeah, but go slowly. We said onion, cipolla.
Is that all you got for that? Is it onion? A Japanese tataki sauce with 3 different sauces. One
Go on, Kevin!
Un mazzo.
No, che cipolla è questa, Giuseppe?
Che cipolla è? Cipolla rossa di Tropea, la nostra cipolla dolcissima.
Ok, perfetto. Ok?
La forma è diversa dalla nostra. Più elongata.
È più allungata. Alcune sono più rotonde, altre più allungate, dipende un po'
dalla semenza. Ormai sono un esperto io.
Bravo.
Quello che c'è un po' più alto, qualcuno sta un po' più tondeggiante e basso.
Le salse che dicevi sono di licorice?
Allora, una salsa era liquirizia.
Che è anche un elemento eccellente calabrese, Kevin. This is proprio like excellence of Calabria. Licorice, onion, then bergamo.
No, dopo ho fatto l'ultima salsa ho fatto con una colatura di alici.
Colatura di alici. Allora,
alici?
Spiega che significa anchovies, right?
Oh.
Kevin, anchovies.
But
this is a product called colatura. That means when you put the anchovy, no, the anchovy they do a water, right?
Like an anchovy sauce?
No, but it's not the sauce. It's not the sauce. So when you
not sauce.
With the anchovies,
water,
salt,
yeah.
There's like a water that comes out of the anchovies. That specific kind of fishy, salty
I can show you.
thing.
I believe you. I'm not an anchovy guy, so so for me, that's why I don't know alici, because I don't eat anchovies at all.
There you go. So you don't even know. You don't know that alici is a word in Italian when you speak really good Italian, because
I don't eat it.
Ecco Paolo.
I'm sure it's fantastic. everything from Tropea is amazing, Paolo.
I would like to tell everybody, right? So Kevin didn't actually even used to eat a vegetable till about, I know I'm coming for you, till about like 2 years ago. Like I remember, Kev, having you here, having you stay at my house in London, and we were doing the whole promo for the
Strike a pose.
Strike a pose. And so it was all a really big deal, and it was great because I hadn't seen Kevin for maybe a year. So we were like, oh, it's like, okay, we're staying at my house, and here was Kevin, having this amazing, fantastic moment with his film. And I was like, okay, so let's have dinner. He would only eat anything that was not green.
It's always been that way. It's always been that way.
Last year, when I was in LA, I remember sitting down with a meal. Remember we met and it was pouring with rain, and we went into this little I think it was even like a vegan cafe, and there was Kevin going up to the salad bar, and I literally fully had tears in my eyes. I was like, my child.
I was like, look, the salad. It's a new day. It's a new world.
Brilliant. Ok, Giuseppe, che facciamo?
Cuciniamo.
Dai, forza.
Javier.
Perfetto. È un piatto di portata abbastanza grande.
Ok.
Abbastanza, enorme.
Vederlo. Riuscite a vederlo da lì?
Sì, perfetto.
Fantastico. Iniziamo col tagliare la carne, così gli diamo il tempo di marinare.
Okay.
Quindi abbiamo, è vicino un
Hai
attimo.
spiegato a Kevin che cos'è la marinatura. Kevin, do you know what means marinare?
Marinare, to marinate, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I know. It's not surprising if I didn't know it because I don't cook at all. I can barely boil eggs. So for me, there's a whole vocabulary that I don't even know in English as well as Italiano.
That's why we're choosing you for that, because we like people that want to learn.
Yes, insegnami.
Eccoci. Allora, abbiamo 2 tagli di carne. In particolare utilizzeremo uno scamone, la parte finale dello scamone. Normalmente viene detta coda dello scamone. Scamone è un muscolo.
Oh, non lo vedo.
Ah, vegetariano, no!
Non vegetariano, però per vederlo crudo è difficile per me.
Lo cuciniamo subito, allora.
Sono sicuro che sarà benissimo.
Faccio cambiare
però...
colore subito, tranquillo.
Non ti preoccuparti perché qui non lo mangio comunque, allora non devo avere una fame per mangiarlo.
Allora, tagliamo la carne a cubetti, la rifiliamo prima.
Hot.
It's hot here.
Oh, beautiful. So, Kevin, how has lockdown life been for you in LA? Tell me.
It's been really difficult, actually. You know, I do have a backyard space to go out in, but for some reason I find myself just sort of, hermiting at home and staying in my own little space. I definitely realize as an entertainer, as a creative, I don't have a schedule. So for me, it's like these days and hours pass with just, it starts becoming just a big blur for me. Even more so than I think for a lot of people that have a normal schedule. Because I think if you're used to having a schedule, you probably created one once you got into quarantine. And for me, it's just like this big, vague time zone. So the things that did create my schedule, like going to class or going to the gym or going to go to the park with the dog, those are the things that defined my life. And so for now, all of a sudden it's this random, vague time warp. I'm trying to sort of grasp it back and like, create my own personal schedule. And that's the real opportunity that this is, to sort of shift gears and look at who we are outside of the sort of the structures and schedules that define us normally, and sort of create who we are outside of that. So I'm looking at it as an opportunity. Yeah,
I mean, I think that's the only way that you can look at it. It's a huge opportunity. It's a huge shift, first of all. It's a huge shift. There's a huge piece of awareness that's made itself available. And so we're really in a time as to what we do with that. And it is definitely not easy. I've been hanging on to all my practices, like, clearly, to try to keep, to keep some sovereignty on myself, but it's really a challenge. And I think that the time that we have, it isn't something that we are necessarily going to be hugely productive in. I think there's been a lot of like, okay, well, so this is the time you're going to have 2 months in your house and you're going to write your book and start your podcast and all of this stuff. Like, woo, yeah. Okay, I maybe even want to do that stuff, but the reality is, it's like, but I also just need to survive. And if surviving for me means that I'm going to spend days crying, or I'm going to spend days in my pajamas, or I'm going to, do whatever I need to do, then that's equally as valid. I mean, honestly, even this whole event that we have tried to create, there was part of it like, oh, well, that was what was in the schedule. That was what we were going to be doing. So we wanted to try to do it. And then there was another part which was like, well, we can lift the spirits of the people in TROPEA. We can lift the spirits of all the people in Italy. It was the first place that in Europe that really got hit, and we felt it. It's our family, it's our friends, it's it's Nonno, it's Zio, it's all our people. And so we wanted to try to make something happen. I've never done anything online. I have no idea. I'm sitting here at this computer pressing buttons that I don't know if it's going to work or it's not going to work. But it's like, I need to just be a little bit forgiving. And I think that everybody, all of us, need to take this time to also be a little bit forgiving, as well as trying to like smash out all of these things that we want to achieve.
Yeah, there's an extraordinary pressure to achieve right now. There's an extraordinary pressure on myself, and I'm sure a lot of people put that same pressure on themselves to produce something, like to actually do something with this time. And it's not even about producing something in this time, because it's about observing who you are in the absence of everything else that's going on, and then who you choose to be. I've come to realize like that I fill my time with errands and shit that takes up my time, like to be busy, when really I think the real lesson is to learn to be still and to learn to relax. And especially, I mean, I'm inspired by you all the time, Aisha, because your practice is the yoga flow is just so intentional. Mm-hmm. And I find that I don't really have that in my life. And in this space where everything else is taken away, I find that something as intentional as that is really what I need.
Yeah.
So there's new practices and new ways of being that are coming into my life out of this. And that's the true gold of this experience. not just what did I create and what TV show did I pitch and or whatever. What did I do at this time? Yeah. What did I do at this time? I reflected.
Yeah.
I observed.
And I think that people need to know that is enough. Like if you have an added piece of awareness to yourself in this whole time, within these months, that is enough. That is enough for you to take on to doing whatever you want to do. Let's see how Giuseppe is getting on. Giuseppe! Stai facendo?
Spiegare che facci? Che fai? Susi, facci. Che fai?
My grammar's terrible.
Allora, abbiamo cambiato un po' il colore della carne. Già.
Cubetti, ok, cubetti.
In cubetti. Allora, abbiamo tagliato la carne a cubetti, abbiamo messo dell'olio, poi si è creare una pellicola, dopodiché abbiamo salato la carne, aggiunto della salsa di soia, aggiunto un ristretto di liquirizia, del pepe nero, e stiamo lasciando riposare. Adesso mettiamo in frigo.
Okay.
So you've added some oil, some licorice, and then there was one other thing that I didn't understand.
Liquirizio.
No, licorice.
Oil, the salted it.
Soy sauce, yeah.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce, salt, licorice, oil.
Yes, because like Giuseppe said, is like a tataki, like a Asian fusion, right?
Sì.
Yeah. Good.
Dopodiché stiamo procedendo con del taleggio e del pecorino nostrano.
Cheese.
Andare a creare una fonduta, non so se riuscite a vederla.
Yeah.
Stavo tagliando ora. Perché è una fonduta che farà da letto al piatto.
Got two types of cheese, taleggio and pecorino. You go
Taleggio.
Yeah.
Forse non ce l'abbiamo qui in America,
From
però.
North Italy, right? Is it from North Italy, right?
What is taleggio similar to?
Gruviera, maybe. I'm not wrong.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's similar to Gruyere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
No, it is.
E dopo procedo con la cottura della cipolla.
Okay. Okay. So that two type of cheese, you got to do a fonduta, which is to melt on fire, and then with the onion, what you do? You got to what you do with the onion, Giuseppe?
Okay,
allora, abbiamo usato ovviamente cipolla rossa di Tropea.
Sì.
Abbiamo lasciato, non so se riesco, non posso inclinarla più di un tot.
Okay.
Non so se riusciamo.
Va bene.
It's in a brine.
Abbiamo lasciato marinare la cipolla, che prendo.
Con che cosa? Sì.
Sempre con dei capperi,
Sì.
degli alici, dell'olio extravergine con una particolare qualità di oliva per ortopratica.
Kevin, I got an extra virgin olive oil to show you later. Yeah.
Okay.
E anche in questo caso abbiamo usato della colatura di alici, che dopo ritroveremo nel condimento finale.
Kevin.
E non ancora tagliato allora?
No.
Ancora ok, completo.
So basically, you're going to marinate the onions before you even do anything.
Abbiamo creato delle piccole barchette.
Tagliato in mezzo allora, ok. Ah, ok.
In maniera tale che
copette.
possiamo utilizzarle come fossero dei cucchiai per gustare la salsa all'interno. Quindi andremo a appoggiare la barchetta sul piatto con la salsa all'interno.
Okay, so
bello.
making these little boats, right, with the onion. So when you peel off the thing, then you have this boat here
for the sauce.
Sauce in it. Oh, that's good.
That's sexy.
Oh, that's good.
Kevin, you can eat this like a chip.
Because the Tropea red onion is not, it's sweet, right? So it doesn't actually taste like a normal onion.
Guys, it's not intense like the American onions.
It doesn't make you cry, and it is a different kind of onion situation.
Yeah. It make you cry. It depends the time. but this time when it's fresh and new, just like it's like a sugar.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
when the onions are when it's their season, so they're just born now in May,
Yeah.
right? And so it depends on the timing whether they're going to make you cry or not.
That's interesting. How long do they have to marinate? Per quanto tempo devono marinare?
Allora, io lo lasciate 1 ora e mezzo, considera.
Okay.
Okay, so an
Okay.
hour and a half. That's
Right.
a minute.
Dopo, a secondo di quanto si vuole togliere il profumo della cipolla, si può lasciare di più o di meno, chiaramente.
Okay. Okay.
It depends on
Quindi,
how much you want.
già in questo modo abbiamo già la dolcezza comunque tipica della nostra cipolla, abbiamo tolto quella caratteristica un po' più forte, più protagonista, diciamo, per poter degustare, anche per chi non ama particolarmente la cipolla, poter comunque apprezzarla.
Okay, so you marinate the olives for an hour and a half, or the onions for an hour and a half.
Diciamo che è a prova di bacio. Mettiamola così.
E poi per i cubetti di carne anche 1 ora e mezzo? Uguale?
No, bastano 15 minuti.
Ah, 15 minutes for the meat.
Direttamente, tra poco li mangiamo virtualmente, ormai è tutto virtuale, però.
Okay.
Kevin, go into your
Io
work.
fratello.
Right? Now, I want to ask you something.
Yes. You look so young with this light, Paolo. Oh, lies.
Into the lights. Step into the lights.
So-
Step into the lights.
Look what I want to ask you.
Yes.
Look this. That is an onion, right? Okay. This color, where take you?
Where does it take me?
Yeah?
To your face when you're drunk.
Kevin, I thought that was like a poetry.
What is
This,
that? What's
this
that?
color, where will take you?
It looks like that pink Gucci shirt that you bought way back in the day.
You definitely had a great pink Gucci shirt, and I've got the pink Gucci shirt trousers now. Yeah.
Kevin, this is a color which will take you to
He hasn't got it. Tell him.
Where?
Purple rain.
Oh.
It's pink. On screen looks pink. Okay. So I think what Paolo was trying to say was, tell us about Purple Rain.
Even Purple Rain, like the first album I ever bought myself. Oh, I miss Prince. Oh, I have to tell you guys, Sundays with Adam, DJ Adam. There's a link on my page. He does a Prince brunch. He was Prince's DJ way back in the day, and he plays all this unreleased stuff, all this live stuff every Sunday from 1 to 3, and it's the most spectacular, chill, groovy afternoon. So Sundays,
So what
1
is
to 3,
Is it
DJ
like
Adam.
Instagram or something now?
Is it what?
Is it on Instagram or something now? That we can get it?
He does it on Twitch. He also does it on Instagram Live. So if you go to my Instagram, which is Kevin Stea, KEV and STEA Instagram, you'll see down there a couple things down. I have like a purple Instagram post that's all about DJ Adam Purple Prince Brunch, and it's been like my saving grace every week. Like I go on and I just turn that on and clean my house and just
Yes.
remember, because he was such a visionary and so unique and so one of a kind. Like I mean, he's the only artist that I've really been a fanboy, like a true fanboy over.
I was a total mega Prince fan, and actually on my very first show when I was a dancer, I was actually dancing for Take That. Prince was on the show as well, and I was like hyperventilating. Got a picture with him, like I got a photo with him when we didn't even have like camera.
So
phones.
rare.
anything. I have a picture with him, and then we all just hung out, and it was just literally my I was still at school, right? So I was like at high school, and my school friends were just like,
What?
what? Because that's all we spent our whole life, you know, doing and living. And so to act, you know, it was one of those amazing times to meet really your idol. And of course, then we had more interaction after that. But, you know, that first time was just like mind blowing.
Me too. And of course, he does the same thing with everybody when he walks up to you. He's created such a mystique and such an aura around himself. I've seen him do this so many times where he'll walk up to you when he's meeting you, and he'll do this blink, blink, like with his gigantic eyes and those giant mascara covered lashes. And it's just like this big doe-eyed, amazing creature looking at you. And it's just, he gives you Prince right away. It's not like he just meets you like, hey, how are you doing?
No. Straight away Prince. Straight away Prince. Oh my goodness, straight away. Oh yeah. Really, honestly, one of the greats. So you have, in your time as an artist yourself, as a dancer, as a performer, choreographer, entertainer, worked with some amazing greats. Obviously, I think you and Paolo met when it was your time with Madonna, right?
Yes.
Tell me a bit about that.
I think it was right after. When did we first meet, Paolo?
No, a little bit after. It was maybe the year before, because Madonna was before Girly Show.
Yes.
Blonde Ambition, right? Blonde Ambition is what,
Yes.
99, 98?
1990.
That's right.
Oh, God. Do I say that out loud? 1990.
Oh, my God.
Not yet, 1990, babe. Like, yeah, 2000 we met.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Kevin Cherries for life.
Tell us a little bit of Madonna-esque stuff.
Oh
Gosh.
my God.
Well, I definitely had no idea what I was in for. It was my first tour, and I thought all tours were going to be like that. I was trying so hard. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Madonna, so that was, thank God, because then I got to actually relate to her as a real person and treat her like a real person and a normal person without all that extra stuff on top. Whereas like with Prince, I kind of wished I was more of a fanboy. I was a fanboy, but I was trying so hard not to be.
Yeah.
Like that I didn't actually get to like tell him everything I felt. With Madonna, it really felt like family. And I know it's affected a lot of people around the world in the same way. Like, oh, you guys were sort of my family from afar, and I got to see you guys sort of relating to each other and having fun, and that inspired me to be myself. It's like, well, I just want everyone to know that was real. You know, we really did feel so connected, and I certainly felt like I had this caring, responsible person above me who was really looking out for me. And at the time, I didn't really feel like my own parents were at that space anyway, so she really filled that space for me. And we had our own differences with all the guys, and she was always there to sort of like calm our arguments and bring us together. And I learned so much from that experience about family and about caring for people, that maybe you have arguments, but it doesn't mean you throw them away. It means you work through them. It means you cross the divide. And those friendships have lasted my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, and just like family, it's like we argue and we have problems and things, but we always come back to love. And I know that whatever happens, like my love has never changed, because that experience was so important to us.
Look what she doing. Look.
Wait, turn it a little bit. Turn it a little bit.
What she did to us.
Like an extra virgin.
This is a best friend of mine who dedicate an olive oil to her, because he's a really famous chef, Michelin star chef, Mr. Nino Rossi from Calabria. Look what he did, because of course she did something to us.
Yes.
You had better send me some of that.
Definitely. There's, that's the thing, you know, these people inspire us near or far, whether you have, you know, like we have had and been so lucky and fortunate to have real interaction with these people. But even if you don't, they are inspiring and aspiring people and creating connection and family no matter what. And we think that that's something that just, you know, these big, huge artists do. But I really, really do believe that we all in us have the opportunity and the space to inspire just one other person. And so that's super, super important. You know, you don't have to be a mega star. You don't have to have all of this following. You don't have to, you know, none of that actually is really important. You know, just being able to help and inspire the one person that's next to you will create that ripple effect. You know, it really is that drop in the ocean, and you need all of those drops to, you know, make beautiful stuff happen.
I think the responsibility is really on us to find inspiration in everything that's around us. It's not even just about, oh, this superstar. It could be about the person at the grocery store. It could be, you know, the checkout person. I know for me, like even one of my greatest inspirations in my career was with Dominic Lucero, who's now passed back in the early 90s. But I had an audition. It was one of my very first auditions. And I was so nervous. And I came out of that audition, and he made a point to come up to me, congratulate me, say how good I did, introduce himself, and tell me to keep going. Completely unexpected, completely unprovoked. And it really landed on me that there's always an opportunity to inspire others. There's always an opportunity to be something for others and to be giving of oneself. It's because like the entertainment industry is not just about oneself. It's not all ego driven. It's also about teamwork and sharing. And I think that's the true lesson of being a creative, is that it's teamwork and partnership, and that we can be generous with ourselves and not be completely egotistical with ourselves. And there's always an opportunity to inspire others, whether you're talking about a megastar or just someone who's outside at, you know, on the street. There's always an opportunity there. And I've tried to embrace all of that. That's some of the greatest inspirations I've pulled from my stars that I worked with. It's like, it doesn't matter what level you're at. Take it upon yourself and the responsibility to turn the potential into an opportunity to inspire others.
Giuseppe.
Eccoci.
What are we doing?
What's going on?
Ho fatto la salsa
Sì, dimmi.
con la colatura. Sto facendo la fonduta.
Ok.
Dopodiché andiamo velocemente a fare la carne che mi è saltata un attimo soltanto in padella e a impiattare.
Amazing.
Quindi saltata per comunque sia lasciare l'interno
Totalmente crudo, quindi viene soltanto sigillata l'esterno. Come Paolo?
Like Kevin would love that.
No, but listen, Kevin, vegetarian, pescatarian, you don't just survive off vegetables. I know you only just started eating them. So do you eat fish?
I do eat fish. I don't cook it myself ever. I've never cooked it myself. Although today I might. I have a friend in Toronto who's going to help me with some salmon.
We believe you. We believe you.
Honestly, I mean, I know how to make a basic good pasta from having lived in Italy.
Yeah.
I can boil eggs, and I eat apples, and then everything else is kind of processed. So I'm taking this quarantine moment also as an opportunity to also learn some tiny little basics of cooking, aside from just making turkey sandwiches.
Everybody did that. Kevin, I did bread. Breast? No.
That face.
Let me rewind. Okay, so Paolo bought 75 kilos of flour, right? Because he was like, I'm gonna make bread every day.
One day. So I proved myself. I see, okay, I can do it. So if I need it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Lift your shirt, Paolo. Lift your shirt.
Yeah, no, we are very nice.
No, there's a document.
But I did start to make pasta,
Yeah.
homemade pasta from scratch.
Oh, homemade pasta.
Yeah,
Yes.
and pizza from scratch. That has
Kevin,
been quarantined.
with me, you will not die.
You won't starve. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it, you Italians.
But seriously, I did it just once, just to try to say, okay, if we need it, I'm able to.
In LA, there is amazing vegan restaurants, amazing vegan ingredients that is so readily available in all the supermarkets. I eat everything currently, and but I'm not a particular meat eater, but I think that there is really the opportunity to buy all of the stuff, and that I think is a massive stopping point for people. Oh, we've got a
Who's here? Want to say hello? Want to say hello to
Oh, no,
Kevin?
okay, she's being shy.
Hi, Kiki. Hi.
Che cos'è?
I know when I go shopping, like now, because I haven't left the house to go shopping, I use Instacart to have all my groceries delivered.
Exactly.
And so it's harder than ever before to kind of eat with fresh food and real food and do cooking, even like, so it's even more of a challenge to find those ingredients.
It is a challenge, you know, the fresh thing as well for me. I didn't take one step outside my front door for probably around 7 weeks. I was having all my groceries delivered, so there would be a point in the week where I ran out of the fresh. Kiki is now.
Say hi
in
to
the
Kevin.
mix.
Hi, Kiki. Hi, Kiki. Ciao, come stai?
She's like, yeah. She's fine. She's got mango all around her face. But yeah,
Okay, bella.
we've always run out of the fresh, and so also. No, you need to think of what you want to say before you say it. Okay. Giuseppe, how are we going? Fusca.
And also click on schedule.
No, we're not doing all that yet. That's why you're like that. Okay, right. Giuseppe, what's happening?
Eccomi. Sono la pelle fonduta.
Che stai facendo?
La fonduta, mi avvicino un attimo. Allora, senza il pestolone. Formaggi, Kevin, per te vanno bene, sì?
Sì, benissimo, benissimo. Quanto ci vuole per fare la fonduta?
No, pochi secondi.
Ah,
Immediato.
sì.
Immediato. Ok, that's cool.
Quindi, sto facendo squagliare velocemente i formaggi, dopodiché creerò questo letto sul piatto. Andremo dopo ad adagiare le cipolle, a saltare la carne, che ovviamente una volta saltata avrà qualche secondo per riprendersi i suoi liquidi. Quindi la carne in realtà quando viene cotta non viene mangiata immediatamente, ma si fa in modo che i liquidi ritornino a idratarla. Il calore li allontana chiaramente.
Rehydrate it. To rehydrate it, you put water to rehydrate
A
it?
te questa cosa interessa, diciamo, poco. Se lo sapevo ti facevo qualche verdura. Non mi ha detto niente, Paolo.
In che senso? Ah, no,
Comunque preferisce...
Ma Peppe, tu sai che noi non siamo persone normali. Questo è il challenge. Capito? Cioè, portarti uno che sarebbe stato normale. Tu devi convincere lui.
Ma guarda, di persone è facile, con i profumi, gli odori, è tutta un'altra cosa.
Capito? Cioè, tu porti il suo mondo e lui porta il suo
Riesci a
mondo.
vederla? Guarda.
Sì.
Ho fame, vieni qua.
Garfield.
Wow. Che bello, che bello.
Oh, gorgeous. I do love cheese. Oh, what's going on outside?
I don't know.
I've got like things happening outside my window.
Ma Giuseppe, tu stai da solo lì sulla barca?
Con la mia compagna.
Eh sì? Bravo. Meno male.
Yeah,
Così mangiate insieme.
Sì, assolutamente.
you don't want to be like out lost at sea in a pirate ship cooking
By
and
yourself.
baking on your own. So I mean, it is literally like, it's a pirate ship. Like if you think about what a pirate ship looks like,
The name of pirate.
that's
like
what it is.
Caribbean, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, with the big things and the flags and all of that. He has
Like a
boat.
sailboat.
Yeah,
Like a sailboat, like a real sailboat.
Real big sailboat. And we and in the summer he's in TROPEA and he does these amazing trips out. So you can go off to the island, be on the boat. So it's like a little retreat. You cook, you chill, you eat, break bread insieme, and it's the most amazing thing. We also brought him to London how many years ago to come and cook for when I opened my house. So when we did our housewarming, Giuseppe came over and
with a bag with
Yes.
the bag full with Ryanair flights. You can take only 20 kilo bags, right? So that bag full of
fresh fish.
fresh fish.
So he arrived with no clothes, literally one change of underwear, because he had to bring 20 kilos worth of fish on the plane, and he cooked for me and all my friends and opened our house. And so it was amazing. Yes, he's always like an amazing
Yeah.
London.
Beautiful.
This is the logo, and then actually no?
Show the boat. Show the boat.
The boat, but like that's the logo first. Yeah.
Cucinieri.
That's
Yeah,
his
Okay.
logo. Okay. Let me see if I can see
if
some
you can
boat.
show
Yeah.
the boat. It's really cool. Another friend of ours had her 40th birthday on the boat.
Wow. E nel frattempo, Giuseppe, che fai lì sulla piatta?
Allora, sul piatto sto mettendo le cipolle che avevamo caramellato.
Ok.
Forse riesci a vederle.
Sì.
Che sono adagiate sulla fonduta. Dopodiché adesso disponiamo la carne e dopo, anche se era fuori programma, volevo andare a fare una piccola cremina con dell'uovo. Quindi tuorlo d'uovo, pochissima panna, si va solo a pastorizzare a bagnomaria un attimo per dargli un attimo anche quest'altro sapore che chiaramente si abbina perfettamente con la fonduta e con la carne. Giusto perché nel frattempo non mi avete lasciato da solo, quindi tanto nel frattempo ho pensato a qualcos'altro da fare.
Bello.
Can you believe though, you know, the kitchen is so small and you still have this opportunity to make these amazing dishes.
Speak for yourself. It's bigger than my kitchen.
But I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, actually, his kitchen is quite big.
It's long and large. Yeah.
I have seen him though cook on. I mean, I can't tell you. It's the size of a plate, 2 plates put together, and that's it. And cook these incredible, amazing meals. Oh, look, going about. Ah, quanto tempo ci vuole, Giuseppe?
3 minuti. 3 minuti massimo.
Let me see if I can show this.
E lì che fai? Che fai?
Allora, sto imburrando la padella.
Ah, ok. Un burro. Ok.
Padella. Dopodiché salto la carne un attimo. La riprendo subito. Si è marinata. Profumo fantastico questa carne, ragazzi.
No, I mean this thing about being on screens, we're missing the smells and the taste, the touches of everything and everyone. That is something I'm definitely missing.
Allora, per la gente a casa, qual tipo di vino prendi con questo piatto di fantastico? Un bianco, un rosso?
Un bel rosso.
Un bel rosso.
Un bel rosso, assolutissimamente.
Perfetto.
Siamo anche qui in Calabria, ultimamente i vini interessanti. Con Paolo abbiamo avuto modo di bere spesso i vini di Vincenzo Granata. Con un bel rosso barone potrebbe essere una scelta qui interessante. Quando ci vieni a trovare, Kevin?
Prossimo
Ci vieni a
anno,
trovare?
prossimo anno sicuro.
Ti aspetto in barca.
Avete parlato tutto insieme ancora?
So when are you coming down to Tropea, Kevin?
Oh, well, I was hoping this year.
I know, right?
I really was hoping to come down and visit and get on your boat, Paolo. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe the rest of the year is me just traveling, in remote places to stay away from metropolitan areas. I was supposed to be traveling all year on tour, and it didn't happen. So maybe I'll just go travel and visit friends and visit you guys. When are you on the boat? When are you in Tropea, Paolo?
I hope June.
A giugno, così presto?
Yeah.
You know that Calabria has now really no cases of COVID, and so Tropea in particular is actually a very safe zone for us to be in. So obviously Paolo still has his mom and his family, and so we really obviously are desperate, just like everybody else, desperate to see them. And as soon as it's possible for us to travel down there, we will get down there and go to the family.
Ok, forse agosto, perché qui in America è un po' difficile, il lavoro è proprio sparito proprio. I'll speak in English. I was supposed to go on tour, so work disappeared. My short-term rentals all canceled. I had to pay everybody back. There's no money coming in, no unemployment, nothing. So, I'm just trying, and my tenants want to leave and break their lease. So it's been a little bit difficult financially on this side, but I'm hopeful, and I'm not going to let that dissuade me from traveling or from visiting friends or from enjoying my life truly. So if it could work out, maybe I'll come in August. I know I have a friend of mine who's getting married in Spain, I think in August. So maybe I'll try to combine those two trips.
Amazing. That's I'm the best promoter, but yes. It's true, like go there is not really expensive, so stay there and is look the best to be. You can see something. Look.
Oh, it's so hideous.
Yeah, that was
look
like
yesterday.
It's so hideous, Paolo.
I'm so good, right?
That was like yesterday in Tropea.
Yeah.
Wow.
But honestly, it's for us, it's always been our second home. Actually at this point we're really like, okay, can we get there and and almost
be
safe and and quarantine ourselves, have our lockdown as long as this continues there. Everything is a huge question mark right now, but I desperately want to be able to just go and be with people. But
vedi l'uovo, che cremina di uovo, ragazzi.
Okay, what are we doing?
So
È una
egg
crema
cream
di
egg
uovo con pochissima panna,
Okay, a little tiny bit of egg and cream.
pastorizzata a bagnomaria.
frying it, okay.
Quindi fatta
The
sobbollire in acqua,
And some panna
giusto
cream.
qualche secondo, un bagno mediano. Adesso siamo quasi pronti. Andiamo a mettere le varie salse. Salsa alla liquirizia.
Okay. Licorice sauce. Okay.
You know, licorice is another really
I want that one.
licorice is another.
Principessa.
See, this is all like magic to me.
Insieme con la colatura di alici.
I feel like I look away and then suddenly everything's already happened.
Okay.
That's the sardine sauce, and the licorice sauce is already poured in. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Io ho perso.
Sì, no, Giuseppe, quello che ci hai fatto vedere, cos'era?
Sì.
Liquirizia, cos'era detto? La salsa, giusto?
Salsa. Abbiamo
Sì.
fatto prima mentre parlavamo, stavo facendo prima.
Ok, che salsa è?
Una salsa è un ristretto di liquirizia con del burro, del miele. Quindi ho fatto questo ristretto. Dopo, intanto non so se vi riesco ad avvicinarvi il piatto, se riuscite a vederlo. Forse.
Bello. Ma li metti tutti insieme, le salse? Tutti insieme o separati
no,
così?
No, forse Paolo, lo inclino? Perché se no non riusciamo a vedere niente.
Metti il piatto così. Sì.
Allora,
Perfetto.
forse così riusciamo a vederlo meglio. Allora, qui abbiamo la salsa di liquirizia come la vedi all'interno di una delle cipolle.
Wow. Oh, that's beautiful.
L'altra salsa, che purtroppo muovendo il piatto mi è caduta adesso, è all'interno dell'altra cipolla, mentre la fonduta è a base un po' a tutto. C'è la salsa di uovo che vedi a gocce,
Sì.
e le cipolle caramellate con miele e burro, che sono praticamente, io non so come indicarvele, un attimo, eccolo qua, che sono questi due.
Wow.
Da vedere.
So onions caramelized with honey and the egg cream droplets with a base of fondue cheese, and then the salsas in the cups of the onions,
and then the little cubes of steak.
My God.
Okay, and now we are all in our houses and have to eat beans on toast.
Questo è un fiore, non so se lo conoscete.
Incredibile, veramente.
È un fiore di borragine.
Quelle cosine verdine sono le capperi?
Sono dei capperi, dei frutti del cappero. Mentre questo fiore qua, Kevin, non so se riesci a inquadrarlo, eccolo qua, è la borragine.
La cosa?
La borragine è una pianta selvatica che veniva utilizzata, i fiori venivano pestati, un madler per capirci, più di 100 anni fa, e si sballavano. Questo lo traduce meglio forse Paolo.
Aisha meglio.
No, I don't even understand that now.
It's a flower? Wait.
Riposo.
Yeah, it's a flower.
Un po' più lento in italiano, perché queste parole non lo so proprio, sono un po' antiche, però.
100 anni fa, Giuseppe?
Quello ho capito. 100 anni fa
utilizzavano questi fiori.
The flowers, ok, I was right, a flower, ok.
Già prova a dire in inglese, quanto il mio inglese sia pessimo.
Okay.
Allora, 100 years ago, the people utilize this flower to make a Madler cocktail, like a Madler cocktail.
Oh, a cocktail. Okay.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not alcoholic, but like a drug.
Okay.
Oh, like a drug. Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Hallucinogene.
Medicine. Oh, it was a hallucinogenic
Lot hallucinogene.
medicine.
Ah.
Right?
All right.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
This just got much more interesting.
Told me this history.
Oh wow. Okay. So okay. I'm gonna just park that there. Okay, that was absolutely incredible, Giuseppe. We are at perfect timing. I would love to thank you guys. The plate, Giuseppe, was incredible. Thank you. Kevin.
Spectacular.
Thank you.
Spectacular.
It all. Loved having you here. Loved the banter. Thank you so much for sharing and for your time. And
hopefully we can cuddle soon.
yes, hopefully we can actually have a cuddle soon. And in about 15 minutes, we have Nikki Beatnik,
Yes.
DJ Nikki Beatnik, to play us out with some tunes for day 2, and we can have a bit of a bop and enjoy life. So,
Thank you for doing this, Aisha and Paolo.
thank you, my darling.
And Giuseppe, grazie. Grazie Giuseppe, proprio
Grazie.
un onore per vederti fare il tuo magia. Proprio.
Ti aspetto qui. Ti aspetto qui.
Prestissimo, spero, prestissimo.
That's why we're doing this, to go live.
All together. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
bye.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Good luck.
Bye, everybody. Grazie.
Grazie, amor. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for involving me, and thank you for everything you're doing and for bringing people together all around the world. I love you dearly.
Bye, boo. Love you, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bravo.